Hey, it's Meanie from PureFiller.com. What if I told you that the guy behind Myst made a movie? This is the Pure Filler video review for the Immortal Augustus Gladstone. During the early 90s, Robyn Miller changed the face of gaming forever. Now, alongside his brother Rand, he created the game Myst. It's a surrealistic adventure game that featured a dreamlike storyline, cutting-edge graphics, and inventive puzzles. They aren't technically great by modern standards, but they are still enormously intriguing if you're the right type of person. That's kind of how I feel about Robyn Miller's first feature film, The Immortal Augustus Gladstone. It's intriguing. This faux documentary is about a strange man named Augustus Gladstone, which is actually played by Robyn Miller. Augustus is a pale, hairless recluse with a terrible blonde wig, a South Carolina accent, and a wardrobe that seems like it was ripped straight out of Mr. Rogers' closet. He also claims to be a 150-year-old vampire, but we'll talk more about that later. The cool thing about this film is that Augustus's supposed immortality plays second fiddle to his more mundane, everyday eccentricities. Now, this isn't a horror movie, not by a long shot. According to the documentary filmmakers that star in this fictional tale, they're shooting Gladstone's story because they first discovered him on YouTube videos. You can actually see these YouTube videos. They exist. You can watch them. Most of these videos are about Augustus having good manners and wishing for bygone times and collecting old-timey trinkets. All of them seem to have been made on a stolen Wi-Fi connection at Augustus's home, which is a quaint, colorful, nicely decorated apartment in an abandoned Portland hotel. He's a weird dude. That's kind of the draw here. Augustus's claim of vampirism doesn't even pop up until well into the film. When they do, he kind of blows it off really quick as personal matters he'd rather not go into. That includes, do you hunt and stalk people to murder them for blood? Or do you need blood to live? Or why can you walk around in broad daylight? He says these are personal matters and he just wouldn't want to go into them, but he would never harm a living being. He does spend most of his time hanging out in a donut shop, so probably not a bloodthirsty night killer. The heart of Miller's film is that Gladstone is just plain fascinating. He's got this strict moral compass. He dresses like a dandy. His friends all seem to love him. We meet them through man-on-the-street style interviews. They don't seem to believe his stories, but they love him all the same. Whether he's an actual vampire or not, people seem to gravitate towards him. He seems like someone you would just kind of want to talk to on the bus or something. Augustus lives illegally, and most of the film focuses on his tenuous existence. Like, will he be evicted by the end of the movie? Should he be committed to an insane asylum because he is clearly kind of nuts? The most remarkable part of the whole movie is that it's played completely straight. The Immortal Augustus Gladstone it aims to look like one of those mock documentaries where they kind of find this person, like someone who's into LARPing or someone who wants to be the world's best at Donkey Kong or something like that. And it kind of makes fun of them and follows them around, and it's a little mean-spirited. The cool thing about this movie is that it's not mean-spirited at all. The film loves Augustus. It is absolutely, completely 100% on his side the whole time. Like, the film is interested in learning more about him, and it's not just an attack piece. In the end, Augustus probably isn't immortal, but he sure believes that he is. There isn't any abject proof throughout the movie that he isn't what he says he is, but there is always a strange, slight hint there might be something to what he's saying. My favorite aspect of the Immortal Augustus Gladstone is that it leaves us without answers. We'll never actually know if Augustus was a pathological liar, a madman, or even possibly maybe an actual vampire. Throughout the film, every scene seems to scream that this man is a fraud, and yet it always leaves enough room for personal interpretation. It's kind of cool that way. It does wear out its welcome by the end, though. It drags a bit in its final third. It takes a few turns that I feel might have been a little unnecessary for the plot, but the weird thing is it cuts off at just the right time, that it did kind of leave me wanting a little more. Like Myst, it just kind of struck me. It might not stand the test of time for everyone, but it's damn interesting right now. Well, to me at least. Really, like Myst, you kind of need to be the exact right person at the exact right time to enjoy this. I give the Immortal Augustus Gladstone a 3.5 out of 5. If you want to see more, you can head to purefiller.com and check out the written review. Thanks for watching. I'll hopefully be doing more of these very soon.